Hey guys, and welcome back to Gabbin with Jessa. Today I'm going to be giving you my 2020 year in books, reading stats, whatever it's called, from GoodReads. So I have the app pulled up right here on my phone, and I'm just going to quickly run through all of my stats this year, talk about a little bit of my reading year for 2020, and yeah, let's just jump into it, see how many books I've read, different kinds of books, ratings, you know, all the fun things like that. So I had a goal of reading 75 books for the year of 2020. Now, I set this before I knew the pandemic would happen, so I will have to say, because of the pandemic, that definitely really did help me with reading more books than I ever planned to, because, you know, I didn't think that that would actually, something like that, you know, would happen. And so I got all this downtime. So I will say take some of these with like a grain of salt. Also, some of them are shorter books like mangas or little comics. So the number that I do give sounds like a lot, but I do want to put a little asterisk there saying I definitely wouldn't have read this many if we weren't in a pandemic, and that some of them are kind of smaller books. But I'll also be putting my screenshots up here so you can see what I'm reading and what I'm talking about. And so yeah, let's just get started. So my year in books. So this year I read 130 books, which is super amazing. I'm still very proud of myself for doing that. Even though, like I said, some of them might have been smaller books, it was still a really good reading year. And out of those 130 books, I read 36,677 pages, which is awesome. The shortest book I read was Quidditch Through the Ages, which is no surprise. I did listen to that on audiobook, but it's only 56 pages long. I talked about that book in my December wrap-up, so I'll make sure I have that linked up here. And then my longest book was My Dear Hamilton by Stephanie Dray and Laura Kamoe, which was 652 pages long. This one I also listened to on audiobook, and this is about Eliza Schuyler, or Eliza Hamilton, the wife of Alexander Hamilton. This is a novel about her, so it is a fictional tale based on real life events, and that was a lot of fun to read. I was on hold for this book for a while, and I highly recommend it. It is very good, especially if you're a fan of Hamilton, which I am. I love to get any kind of Hamilton content I want to get my hands on, and so I absolutely love it, so I recommend them. The average book length that I read in 2020 was 282 pages, which, looking back on some of the books I read, makes sense. My most popular book that I read was Twilight by Stephanie Meyer, with 6,191,606 people also shelving it. Not surprised there. But my least popular book, which I am surprised by, or not surprised by, I mean, is Engage the Brain by Allison Posey, which 33 people have shelved. This is because I had to read this for one of my education classes that I was taking in the spring semester, and like I said, I'm not surprised. This was a good book, though, if you're looking to go into education. What's the little smaller title? How to Design for Learning That Taps into the Power of Emotion. So I do recommend this book if you are in education, because I love the brain and neuroscience and things like that. So this is a book that I definitely wanted to pick up, because we had to like pick a book at the beginning of the year or something like that, or the semester. This is the one I picked, and I was really glad that I did, because it was so fascinating to me. My average rating for books in 2020 was 4.1 stars. Not surprising. I usually give an average rating of about 4 stars for books. That doesn't surprise me. The highest rated on GoodReads, though, was My Hero Academia Volume 5, which had an average of 4.67 stars, which is very good. I did really enjoy that one. I don't remember what I got it or if I gave it anything, but it was very good. This was part 2 of the UA Sports Festival, where the top 8 students battle off against each other. I think it's because my favorite character is like one of the main stars of it. He's on the cover, and so I love it. My first review of the year was Shuri Volume 1, that I gave 4 out of 5 stars to. I do remember reading that. It was right here. One of the first comics that I read, and I love Shuri. Shuri is my girl. I can't wait to see more Shuri on TV and stuff like that, or in movies, and I love Shuri. So that was my first review of the year. And then I'll just put up screenshots over here of all the variety of books that I read during this year. I was able to read so much from so many different kinds of genres and authors, and discover new people, and discover new writings that I like, and discover new just things that I enjoy. And so it was so much fun reading this year, and that I got to read a lot, that I got to read over, you know, a lot of different platforms of physical, audio, and ebook, and it was just a really good reading year, and I got to experience a lot. I got to just you know, just enjoy myself a lot with everything that went on through reading. So I think I mentioned this before, I plan on reading 75 books for the year of 2021. I didn't want to see this number of 130 and just think that I can like, oh, I can do 100 books easily. No, I didn't want to do that just because, like I've mentioned before, because of the pandemic, I was able to read a lot more than I ever planned on. So I'm like, okay, let me keep my goal the same of 75 books. If I hit it, great. If I don't, doesn't matter. I just like having a number there, you know, just to motivate myself a little bit, you know, just to have fun with it. But yeah, those are my GoodReads stats. Nice quick video of everything that I read this year according to GoodReads. Let me know what you guys read down in the comments below. I can't wait to read more for the year of 2021. Again, discover new things, find new authors, continue in series, everything like that. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And until next time, keep on gabbing.